Hi everyone, it's bookmaking time again. This time we are going to be making sewing contact paper books or some other catchy name that I don't know. So for this one you are going to need 2 pieces of cardstock, and I usually cut the cardstock just straight in half, so those 9x12s you get at school, I just usually cut it in half. You lay it down on a piece of just butcher paper so that you leave about 1.5 inches on all sides, and then just like a present, you're going to turn in the corners, tape it, and then turn in the sides, tape it, leaving about 1/4 inch between the 2 pieces of cardboard. That way when you close it, there's going to be a gap enough for you to put your pages in. So once you have that done, on the front side, your students can write their cover of their book, the back of the book. Here's just a sample that I made where we have our name, school name, everything on the front, the title. They illustrate it, which is why the white butcher paper, and then on the back, we always take their school pictures and they write an about the author page. Other times we've done it where kids have written book reviews and their friends on the back have written a book review, just like, you know, quote unquote, a real book. So once we have that done, then you're gonna take a piece of, this is clear contact paper. And the clear contact paper, you're just gonna cut so that it is, again, a little bit bigger on all sides than your cover. You're gonna peel it back. And the kids love helping with this. You know, they can help you grab it and pull. So you're gonna lay the cover down in the middle. And same thing, you can fold the corners in, but sometimes I like to just snip the corners at a diagonal so they're not as lumpy. And then we just fold it in on all sides and just smooth it down. So once you do that, your cover is now sort of laminated with the clear plastic. The kids love it because the hard cover they think is a real hardback book, and it's awesome. So that's one way to do it. Another way to do it is getting contact paper, which is just like the clear contact paper, but this is like the shelf liner. And you can just cover, if you don't want to take the time to have your kids do an extra cover like this, you just cut the contact paper and just cover the book. So it looks like this, or in this case, I just had plain blue, and then we just made a cover like that and wrote with it on Sharpie. So now for the inside of the book. You can either take that good old long arm stapler again, and then you can take construction paper and then the story your kids have written, fold it in half, and then you're just going to put in 2 or 3 staples with your long arm stapler. So it looks like this. And then with some watered down glue, you can have the kids paint onto here, and then they lay it down into their book. So when they open it, there's an end paper here, which kind of gives it a nice finished look. However, I like to just skip that step and use my trusty old contact paper again. And with the contact paper, so I found this really cool one here. Same thing, you're gonna put the actual print of the contact paper touching your book. So once you've printed your book, so it's gonna look like this. And then, if you have a sewing machine, set it on the largest basting stitches, and you're just gonna sew 1 straight seam. Okay, so here we have just one stitch, and then because it's contact paper, it just peels right off. So you peel half of it off. And I just kind of stick the thread inside. I put half of it on, close it, so when I open it, there's my end paper, and I did not have to use glue. I peel the other half off, smooth that one down, and now I have my finished book. So it looks just like this. If you want to use the contact paper and you don't have a sewing machine or you don't sew, then I would do the same exact thing as we did with the construction paper and just use your long arm stapler, and you can then still peel off the contact paper and stick it inside your book. But there you have a hardback book, which we use for our Young Authors Fair every year.